Okay, hello everyone. I hope you are fine, safe and sound. If you didn't know كان في قرارات النهارده لسه ما بقالهاش ساعة سامعاها من رئيس الوزراء إن الدراسة هتتمد كمان أسبوعين، فاحنا we are continuing according to our schedule via Zoom. Each week I'm going to give you a lecture, and in the other week I'm going to have something like an interactive session like last time. If you want to ask me anything regarding your project or regarding the lecture اللي احنا we are going to take it, you are more than welcome. If you find that you want to send me an email in order to ask me, some of you I think just send me her project in the first stages, and I've already reviewed the project and give her some comments. If you would like a second eye on your project while you are working on it and you want me to revise it, kindly send to me by my email. Again, my email is ema_5000 Okay, today we are going to begin our lecture. Our lecture today is going to talk mainly about the projective techniques. Let's share our PowerPoint. Okay, great. A quick revision. Last time we were talking about the qualitative methods. We finished the direct methods. By direct or not disguised, it means what? It means that the respondent, the people who are participating inside this kind of techniques like the interviews or the focus group, all of them, they know what is the true aim of the research, why we are collecting the data. Now we are going to talk about a new way of techniques which is called the projective techniques. Here we say both focus group, in-depth interview are direct approaches. By direct, what we mean? We mean that the purpose of the research it's already known for the respondent or obvious for them, meaning they all know why we are collecting the information and for what reasons. While the projective techniques on the other side, they are unstructured, okay? Indirect form of questioning. What we mean by indirect form of questioning, indirect form of questions here, it means what? It means that my respondent, the target audience, the people who are participating in such techniques, they are not aware about what are the reasons behind collecting the data. What I am collecting the data about. They doesn't know the main reason or the real reason behind collecting the data. So the projective techniques, it is unstructured, indirect form of questioning, of questions, of tests that encourage what? It encourages the respondent to project their underlying feeling, motivation, and beliefs regarding the issue of concern. Take care. It was not only the title, it's not indirect techniques, it is called projective techniques. Projective come from the verb of project. Project means what? زي ما نقول ايه بالعربي كده، بالعربي اسمها اسقاط. يعني ايه كلمة اسقاط؟ يعني since you don't know what is the true aim of collecting the information, maybe you are going to tell me everything because you are not aware what I am or why I am collecting this data. يبقى projective معناه ايه؟ معناه فكرة اسقاط. طول ما الشخص اللي بيشارك معايا في البحث هو مش عارف انا بتكلم على ايه، فبيحس بحرية اكتر، فممكن يتكلم بطريقه الا لو جيت قلت له اصل انا بتكلم على براند كذا او بتكلم على كذا، يبتدي بقى يحط في دماغه ان في حاجات هيتكلم فيها، في حاجات مش هيتكلم فيها. ممكن جزء يكون له علاقه ب his feature, his social status, how he would like to appear. يعني في ناس كتيره بنيجي نسالهم مثلا بشكل مباشر تعرف البراند دي؟ طبعا اعرفها، انا سمعت عنها كتير. سواء اتش عمره ما سمع عن البراند دي قبل كده. طب هو ليه بيقول كده؟ جزء منها بيبقى زي ما بنقول ايه saving the face. يعني ايه فكره saving the face؟ يعني حفظ ماء الوجه. برضه يعني ايه فكره حفظ ماء الوجه؟ حفظ ماء الوجه معناها ان هو مش عايز يبان ان هو مش فاهم، مش عايز يبان ان هو مش عارف، مش عايز يبان ان هو ما بيشتريش من البراند دي. فكل الكلام ده لما بيبقى الناس بقى بسالهم بطريقه هم مش عارفين انا بجمع على ايه، فبيبتدوا يقولوا الحاجات اللي ممكن تكون مستخبيه جوه. يبقى بنقول projective techniques. The main aim of the projective techniques is to what? It is to project their underlying, their hidden, their unknown feelings and motivation and beliefs regarding the topic I am already collecting the data about. Okay? طيب. Respondent in these techniques are asked for what? Respondent, just a minute. Okay. Respondent in these techniques are asked to interpret, to give reason about the behavior of the other rather than describing their own behavior. This is one of the most famous techniques in the research by all means. Regarding some topics, when you ask someone directly what you feel about it, sometimes they can be shy or confused, or they don't want to say their own explanation. But if I ask him about a third person, do you think your friend is going to agree? He's going to talk about his friend, but here the techniques means what? He's talking about his friend as if he's talking about himself. يعني ايه؟ يعني بالعربي البروجكتيف تكنيكس الفكرة اللي فيها بتبقى عبارة عن ايه؟ أنا بحاول إن أنا أقول للشخص بطريقة غير مباشرة بسأله على حاجة. التكنيك كمان بيبقى اكثر تعقيدا في ان انت بتساليه وكانك بتساليه على تصرف حد من اصحابه، حد من قرايبه. تفتكر لو صاحبك في الموقف ده كان عمل ايه؟ تفتكر لو صاحبك نزل يشتري من المول ده كان عمل ايه؟ تفتكر. فالفكره هنا بقى بايه؟ rather than asking them to tell us, we as a researcher, their own behavior, I'm going to ask them to describe the behavior of the other people. In this way, respondents indirectly project their own motivation, beliefs, and attitudes into the situation and describe it as if it is their own beliefs. يبقى according to science, according to some of the famous experiment that was done before in psychology, whenever you are asking someone about the attitude of the other one, actually, he is just projecting his own feelings. He's actually not describing the behavior of his friend, but actually he's describing the behavior of himself or herself. يبقى أجي. البروجكتيف تكنيكس فيها نقطتين. النقطة الأولانية عندنا إن أنا ما بسألش الكاستمر أو التارجت أودينس أو respondent in a direct way about the brand. I'm asking in indirect way. الindirect way دي ليها علاقة بإيه؟ بإن هو أساسا مش عارف أنا بجمع معلومات عنه. دي الحاجة الأولى. الحاجة الثانية. الحاجة التانية عندي إن البروجكتيف تكنيكس بتخلي عند الريسبوندنت إن هو بيقول لي حاجات عمره ما هيقولها لي لو أنا سألتها له بطريقة مباشرة. الحاجة التالتة عندي إن أنا في كتير من التكنيكس دي لما هنبتدي نتكلم فيها هتلاقوني إن أنا بسأله حوالين تصرفات شخص تاني، مش بسأله عن تصرفات. يعني أجي أقول له مثلا عيلة ماشية، كمل لي الرسمة دي، قول لي لو العيلة دي بتقول إحنا عايزين نروح نشتري يا جماعة هدوم من مول مصر، ردك هيبقى ايه؟ هنا انا كانه بقول له قول لي تفسيرك للعيله دي. واكشلي هو لما هيكتب تفسيره هو ما بيكتبش تفسير العيله، هو بيكتب رؤيته هو الشخصيه للموضوع. اي هوب ان النقطه دي تكون واضحه، بس واحنا بنتكلم في التكنيكس هنبتدي نشوف التطبيقات بتاعتها بتتعمل ازاي. طيب التكنيكس اللي مشهوره ايه؟ word association دي نمبر 1، role playing او third person technique، sentence completion، و picture response and cartoon test، وفي حاجات تانية. طيب خلونا نبتدي الأول. أول حاجة word association. What we mean by word association. Respondents are presented with a list of words. ثانية واحدة بس عشان الكاميرا محطوطة. One at a time and asked to respond to each with the first word that comes to the mind. The underlying assumption of these techniques is that the association allows the respondent to reveal their own feelings about the topic of interest, which is possible to classify the association as favorable, unfavorable, or neutral. يعني الكيس عندنا ان احنا بنقول ان احنا we are going to give the respondent, the people who are participating with us in these techniques, with a list of words, either brands or either objectives. Then we are going to ask them, tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when I tell you the word IKEA. مثلا comfort. Tell me the first word that comes to your mind when I tell you Zara. Elegance. Tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when I tell you مثلا energy. He's going to tell me مثلا Red Bull. Okay? يبقى word association, it means what? I'm going to give the respondent a list of words or brands or objectives, and I'm going to ask them one at a time to give me an association for this word, as if they are معلش يا جماعة الواحد شرق. as if ايه؟ as if ان انا عايزه اعرف الكلمات دي مرتبطه في دماغه بايه. هنا بقى في الجزئيه دي الفكره بتبقى في ايه؟ ان انا بجيب له حاجات كتيره وبساله على حاجات كتيره وما بركزش على حاجه واحده. هنا الريسبوندنت ما بيبقاش عارف هو انت بتتكلمي على ايه بالظبط. يعني مره اجي اقول له زارا، مره اجي اقول له مثلا ستراديفاريوس، مره اجي اقول له تومي هالفيجر، مره احط له كلمه ايكيا، مره اجي اقول له مثلا كات فور اكزامبل، مره اقول له نسكافيه، وانا اكون في الاخر بسال على حاجات معينه. يعني ممكن اكون بسال حوالين فكره الستايل بتاع اللبس، هو بيشوف ايه اكتر براندز المهمه بالنسبه له. وممكن كذا مره ابتدي اساله، مثلا اقول له كومفي، مش عارفه elegance، luxurious، practical، professional، واقول له مثلا kindly give me the name of the brands that it is associated in your mind in relation to these objectives. يبقى انا هنا بشوف ايه؟ بشوف ايه البراندز اللي هتيجي في دماغه، زي ما كنا بنقول عليها كلمه توما. يعني ايه كلمه توما؟ توما it stand for the top of the mind. يعني انا حاجه اقول لك comfy، choose a brand that in your point of view it represent comfy. فحد يجي يقول لك اديداس، اوكي، حد يجي يقول لنا مثلا ستراديفاريوس. طيب practical، describe a brand that present for you the practicality, the fashionability, the luxurious. فهنا في الword association what I am doing, I'm actually giving my respondent list of the words and I'm going to ask them one at a time, just give me an association for each word in your mind, okay? And after that, I'm going to understand how he can describe this brand or how this brand stand in his mind. What's the description of this brand? Rather than asking him, please tell me how you can classify Zara or IKEA or Stradivarius or whatever the brand I'm asking about. This is the first technique, which means word association. The second one, it is sentence completion. Sentence completion, actually, it is similar to word association. Why? Respondent here are given incomplete sentence. فاكرين دايما، فاكرين لما كنا بنتكلم في الليكتشرز ايام الزمن الجميل، لما كنت بقول لكم يا جماعه طب تحبوا ان انا اعمل لكم الامتحان بتاع الميد تيرم اللي هو اكشلي اتلغى، complete the following sentence. معظمكم ما بيحبش كلمه complete the following sentence، مش عارفين بتتعمل ازاي، او هي الدكتور طالبه مننا كلمه ولا جمله ولا سطر ولا ايه. في sentence completion بقى as a techniques in the market research, actually respondents are given incomplete sentence and they are asked to complete them. Generally, they are asked to use the first word or the sentence that come to their mind. So actually, it is related to the word association, but in terms of sentence. This is an example. A person who shops at IKEA is what? Is مثلا a rich person, is مثلا a stylish person, is مثلا a practical person. So you are going to complete them. Here, I'm not, in order to understand الجزء اللي احنا كنا بنتكلم عليه في الأول لما جيت قلت لكم إيه؟ Respondents in these techniques are asked to interpret the behavior of the other rather than describing their own behavior. فهنا في completing the following sentence أنا ما جيتش قلت له you as a person who shops from IKEA describe yourself. I didn't tell him that. I actually tell him a person, someone who shops at IKEA is what? Most probably when he's going to complete the sentence, he's going to describe himself when he go to shop from IKEA. And if he doesn't go to shop from IKEA, he's looking forward to shop from IKEA. يبقى بنتكلم هنا على ايه؟ ان البروجكتيف تكنيكس بتقول ان احنا يا جماعه بنفسر، ما بنسالش الناس بشكل مباشر عن سلوكهم، هم بيقولوا لنا سلوكهم من خلال تفسيرهم لسلوك ناس تانيين. فبنقول ان حتى في طريقه كتابه الجمله عاده ما بتتكتبش الجمله بفكره اليو والاي، ما بتتكتبش الجمله بفكره انا بعمل كذا. هنا بنقول ايه؟ شخص عاده، عشان الجمله اللي تحتيها when I، خلي بالنا. فبنقول هنا a person who shops، الشخص اللي بيشتري من ايكيا يعد على انه شخصيه شكلها كذا. اوكي طيب when I think of shopping in a department store I do what؟ هنا خلي بالنا صحيح هو هنا بيكلمك in a pronoun person pronoun I when I think of shopping in department store. بس خلي بالنا هو هنا he didn't specify which kind of department store. He's talking in a general. Maybe actually the main reason of the researcher in order to know a specific department store هو عايز يشوف تصرفات الناس في الديبارتمنت ستور لما بييجوا يشتروا بيشتروا ازاي، فعشان كده بيوجه له السؤال بشكل مباشر. الحاجه الثالثه مثلا people who buy Coke are what؟ هنا أنا بتكلم على شخص تاني. الناس اللي بتشتري كوكاكولا are what؟ I only buy diet Coke when what؟ If my wife brought home a case of Coke, I would say. هنا بيقول لك إيه؟ This is a situation. This is not the real life. He's asking him, put yourself in such a situation. If your wife brought home a case of Coke, what you are going to say? People who are concerned about additives and preservatives in foods are what? I think women who buy Diet Coke are probably what? So here, this is an example for sentence completion. So sentence completion, it is similar to word association, but it came in the form of a sentence, and you are asked to continue with this sentence with the first thing, either in terms of word that come to your mind or in terms of a sentence that come in your mind. Okay, so this is the second techniques from the projective techniques, which is called sentence completion. What about cartoon completion? It is actually the same as the sentence but in the form of a cartoon. هنا الفكرة في ايه بقى؟ هنا ان انا بجيب لك الصورة دي صورة ست عادية. It's a projective techniques. I'm going to ask the participant to write here in the bubble. So actually this part اللي هي here in the bubble, you are the one as a respondent who are going to fill this part. فانا بجيب له الصورة دي now in plastic bottles, and I'm going to ask if you see such kind of announcement, such kind of advertisement inside a supermarket, what's the first thing that's going to come to your mind and you are going to ask? Then I'm going to ask the respondent, why did you say that? Here, be aware, he didn't give you a brand name because this is indirect. He's just talking about something, it seemed to be a liquid that is going to be put in a plastic bottles. Here he is trying, يعني لو أنا بقى as a researcher or as a marketeer, he is actually trying to know if I'm going to substitute, to change my bottles from a glass, from a plastic to, from a glass مثلا to a plastic bottles. Is it going to be more fashionable? Are the people going to buy it or not? Here I'm going to ask them about what do they think about changing into plastic bottles. يبقى انا هنا ما بكلمش، ما بسالوش على براند. انا زي ماركتير عايزه اعمل ايه؟ طب انا دلوقتي عايزه اخفض التكلفه بتاعتي. تكلفه ان انا اعمل العلب بتاعتي من الازاز بتبقى تكلفتها كبيره، فبالتالي عايزه انقلها في بلاستيك بوتلز. فانا عايزه اعرف هل يا ترى لو انا نقلت البرودكت بتاعتي في بلاستيك بوتلز يعني is it going to be هنقول ايه attractive? is it going to sell more؟ انا ده اللي انا عايزه اعرف. بس انا مش عايزه اقول له ان خلي بالك البراند بتاعتك اللي انت بتحبها اللي انت بتشتريها مثلا في ازاز او في كان it's going to change it to a plastic. فمن غير ما اقول له بجيب له كده صوره لحاجه مش يعني حاجه عاديه، واجي اقول له ايه now in plastic bottles. كلمه now in plastic bottles as if this is an announcement that an old brand is going to change the package to be in a plastic bottles. فهنا تيجي تقول ايه I hope it hasn't affected the taste or put the price up too much. يبقى هنا احنا بنبتدي نشوف ايه what are the main concern of my target audience if I am planning to change the package from something to plastic. Okay, so this is regarding الكرتون competition. طيب التكنيك يعني زي ما نقول ايه another technique is called picture response. ايه picture response؟ البيكتشر دي بتبقى صوره زي كده، صوره عاديه ملهاش اي حاجه زي الصور اللي بتيجي من جوجل images. فباجي اكتب هنا picture response. Respondents are shown a picture and are asked to tell a story describing it. هنا بقى ايه؟ responses are used to evaluate attitudes towards a topic and describe the response. يعني بمعنى أصح لو جبت لهم الصورة دي بتاعت كرة أرضية في وسط جرين ليفز وجيت قلت له إيه describe أو give me a story that describe this photo. الصورة هنا ممكن أكون عايزة أعرف هل يا ترى my target audience care about environment? Do they care about فكرة the decreasing of the pollution? Do they care about issues مثلا regarding plastic uses of the plastic؟ هنا بنجيب صورة ملهاش علاقة بالموضوع بتاعنا، بس ببتدي أشوف الناس لو جت وصفتها بإيه. بس طبعا مش إيه يعني هي الفكرة في إيه؟ يعني most probably أنا لو جايبة صورة زي كده أنا كامبين بتشتغل على فكرة environmental protection. او بتتكلم حوالين فكره البولوشن، او بتتكلم حوالين فكره الجرين ارياز، او بتتكلم حوالين المزايا بتاعت الجرين ارياز. فانا دلوقتي عايزه اشوف هل الجمهور بتاعي target audience are interested in such topics. Is my campaign going to achieve some kind of success in the future؟ فانا بجيب لهم صوره وببتدي اسالهم على حاجه زي كده. ممكن برضو بنجيب صور تانية لحاجات ما بتكونش واضحه، زي مثلا a cup of coffee، وابتدي اقول له describe give me a story about this cup of coffee. طب لو جيت عملت تكنيك زي كده في البيكتشر ريسبونس، الهدف منه بيبقى ايه؟ ممكن ان انا اوصل لفكره اعلان. اعرف لو انا عايزه اعمل اعلان مثلا ليه علاقه بالقهوه، فعايزه اشوف يا ترى ايه البيليفز الموتيفيشن اللي ريليتد لكوبايه القهوه. اصل خلي بالنا يا جماعه، هو ده الماركت ريسيرش. الماركت ريسيرش في بعض الاحيان بيبقى ليه علاقه بان انا عايزه اعرف التكنيكس اللي استخدمها في الاعلان، اركز على ايه المنتج ده بالنسبه للناس، ايه اكتر حاجه بتلفت انتباههم ليها، وابتدي اشوف الحاجات اللي مش منطقيه اللي ممكن تظهر لي من الماركت ريسيرش دي، فابتدي استخدمها مثلا في اعلان. فدي حاجه زي البيكتشر ريسبونس دي one of the techniques related to the projective techniques. فيها بقى حاجه عندنا كارتون تيست. خلي بالك، في حاجه اسمها كارتون كومبليتيشن، وفي حاجه اسمها كارتون تيست. هنا بنقول ايه؟ الكرتون characters are shown in a specific situation related to the problem. The respondents are asked to indicate what one cartoon character might say in response to the comments of the another character. The response indicates the respondent feelings, beliefs and attitudes toward the situation. بمعنى ايه؟ معنى ان احنا خلي بالنا في الاعلان الاولاني انا مجرد جايبه respondent واحد بيختار منتج، فبقول له ايه؟ اكتب لي في البابل ايه اول حاجه هتيجي في دماغك. لكن عندنا الكرتون تيست بتبقى مختلفه، بيبقى ليها بعدين. ببقى عايزه اعرف هل تتوقع مين الشخصيه اللي هترد، وهترد تقول ايه. يبقى هنا ايه؟ هنا في الاولاني انا كنت بقول له دلوقتي الست دي لما دخلت السوبر ماركت واكتشفت ان هو بقى في بلاستيك باتل، ايه اللي جه في دماغها فهو بيكتب. الكرتون تيست بيبقى كرتون زي ده بشخصيات كتيره، وحد بيقول let's get some clothes from Macy، فباجي اقول له what do you think the mother would go what do you think what the mother is going to say. يبقى انا هنا I'm specific. I'm trying to see what the mother is going to think about such a decision. يبقى كرتون كومبليتيشن بجيب شخصيه واحده وببقى عايزه اعرف تفكيرها ايه تجاه البرودكت ده او تجاه الانونسمنت. الكرتون تيست بيبقى ايه؟ بيبقى اول حاجه انا ببقى محدده له كاركتر معينه هتبقى موجوده في الاعلان. تفتكر لو مامتك في المكان ده هتقول ايه؟ تفتكر لو باباك في المكان ده هيقول ايه؟ تفتكر لو مراتك في المكان ده هيقول ايه؟ يبقى انا هنا عايزه اعرف شخصيه معينه، ريسبوندنت معين، رد فعله هيبقى ايه concerning التوبيك. اوكي؟ I hope ان انتوا تكونوا فاهمين. برضو لو في لسه عندكم مشكله kindly you can send me by email if you still don't know like the difference between the cartoon test and cartoon competition. Cartoon competition again, it's about a specific situation, someone is in it, and you are going to tell me in your point of view what do you think the respondent or the character inside this ad is going to say. But the cartoon test, I'm going to be specific. This is a situation. There is a family. They are going to Macy. Macy is a department store in the United States. They are going to Macy, and from Macy they are going. The father is telling us, let's get some clothes from Macy. In your point of view, what do you think the mother is going to say? يبقى أنا هنا I'm specific about what? About the comment of another character. What one cartoon character might say in response to the comments of another. يبقى كأن as if it is like a dialogue, a conversation between two persons. Okay? طيب. دي concerning الكرتون test. We have two other techniques, the role playing and the third person techniques. الرول بلاينج ده بيبقى عباره عن ايه؟ الرول بلاينج ده بيبقى عباره على ان احنا تمثيل. عارفين هي رول بلاينج دي it stand for تمثيل، يعني بنمثل دور معين. يبقى respondents are asked to play a role or assume the behavior of someone else. The researcher assume, he is suggesting, he is thinking that the respondent will project their own feelings and beliefs into the role. يعني مثلا زي ما بيجي لنا كده في ساعات في السيرفيز يجي يقول لك ايه؟ تخيل لو انت اشتريت برودكت، اشتريت مثلا قهوه من ستاربكس وانت كنت عايزها مثلا حاجه معينه وجيت تدوقها لقيت حاجه تانية، تفتكر رد فعلك هيبقى ايه؟ هنا دي اسمها ايه؟ رول بلاي. يبقى respondents are asked to play a role and assume. هنا researchers are assuming that the respondent is going to project their own feeling. هنا انا بقول له حط نفسك في الموقف ده، بس this is situation didn't actually it didn't happen، بس انا I'm asking him انت تفتكر لو اتحطيت في الموقف ده ايه اللي هيحصل؟ لو حد غيرك اتحط في الموقف ده، هنا بيبقى المين اسامبشن بتاع الريسيرشر ايه؟ ان اكشلي الاكسبلانيشن اللي الريسبوندنت هيكتبها it's not the explanation of another of يعني the behavior of another person, actually it's the explanation of his or her behavior. The third part اللي هي اسمها third person techniques. دي بقى to the point. هنا respondent is presented with a verbal or visual situation and asked to relate the beliefs and attitude of a third person rather than directly expressing his or her own feelings. يبقى third person دي الطريقة اللي ممكن تكون أكثر direct. أنا بدي situation معين، بدي موقف معين بالنسبة للجمهور، وباجي أقول له للريسبوندنت، وباجي أقول له تفتكر لو جارك، لو صاحبك، لو خطيبتك، لو جوزك، لو باباكي، لو مامتك، لو كل دول لو حد منهم اتحط في الموقف ده هيبقى رد فعله ايه؟ هنا بقى ايه؟ هنا انا بسأله بطريقة غير مباشرة حوالين رد فعل شخص. يبقى انا دلوقتي عندي في التكنيكس اكتر من تكنيكس ليه علاقة بالبروجكتيف تكنيكس. يا اما الورد association, it's about a word. I'm going to give a list of words to the respondent and they are going to answer me what this word means to them. The second part, it is related to the word association, but it came in the form of a sentence to complete the sentence, also with the first word that comes to your mind in relation to the topic I'm asking about. The third part, it is about cartoon completion. It is about one person, and I'm going to ask you to fill in the blank. If you see such kind of situation, what do you think? What is the character is going to say? Okay. The fourth part, it's about picture response. The picture response, it's about giving you a picture, and I'm going to ask you to write a story about this picture and explain to me why did you write it, and according to what you are writing, I'm going to explain, I'm going to understand your underlying feeling toward the project or toward the topic I'm actually collecting the data about. يعني هنا the choice of the picture has to have a meaning for the researcher. يعني انا ما ينفعش اختار اي صوره، انا بختار صوره ابقى عارفه ان هي هتكريت feelings عند الريسبوندنت related للتوبيك اللي انا عايزه اسال عليه. The fifth part, it's about the cartoon test. The cartoon test, it's about a situation. I'm going to give you a situation like you see on the slide. I'm going to give you a situation and I'm going to ask you precisely. If someone tell you that, what is going to be the respondent of the other character inside the cartoon? يبقى أنا هنا I'm not going to ask you about your response. I'm going to tell you if a family is going to a Macy, a department store, and the father told you that he's going to get some clothes from Macy. You as a mother, what's going to be your response? هنا I'm asking about something. خلي بالنا لو في ناس ما تعرفش ايه هو ميسي. ميسي ده ديبارتمنت ستور بيبقى فيها براند صغيره زي دابنهامز كده، a little bit شبه دابنهامز، نفس فكره دابنهامز. فانا اكشلي ممكن اكون فكره ميسي بالديبارتمنت، هو انا واضح ان انا بسال على ميسي، بس بسال على ايه في ميسي؟ محدش عارف. هل ممكن اكون بسال على براند جوه ميسي مثلا بتتباع؟ هل ممكن اكون بسال على النظافه جوه ميسي؟ هل ممكن اكون بسال على الابديت اللي جوه ميسي؟ هو واضح ان انت بتسالي على حاجه معينه، بس ايه هي؟ برضو ريسبوندنت مش عارفه انت بتسالي بالظبط على ايه regarding ميسي. الرول playing, it's like a theater, it's like a play. I'm going to ask the respondent to play a role, and he's going to researcher هنا is assuming in the respondent will project his or her own feelings regarding a topic step. The third يعني the final one اللي هي the seventh techniques, it is called the third person technique. What we mean by third person technique? The third person techniques دي ان انا باجي اقول له this is the situation and I'm going to explain to you either verbally or visually, and I'm going to ask you if this situation happened to a friend, to a neighbor, to a colleague, to your mother, to your father, whatever the person, what's going to be the reaction, how they are going to react toward such kind of situation. يبقى دي الثيرد بيرسون تكنيك. طيب يبقى دي بشكل عام كده in a general this is the different techniques related to the projective techniques. كل ده خلي بالنا احنا بنتكلم في ايه؟ qualitative methods. اوكي؟ دي the last part related to the qualitative method. بس دي ال indirect methods اللي هي under the title of projective techniques. طيب what is the advantage of the projective techniques? The advantage that they may provoke they may cause responses that the subject response would be unwilling or unable to give it if they know the purpose of the study. هنا بنتكلم ان sometimes ودي related to the second part. If your topic is related to something personal, sensitive, or something related to some social norms. خلي بالنا when we are making a market research, it doesn't have to be always about the product. Sometimes it can be even about an idea. If I'm going to talk about AIDS, for example, if I'm going to talk about something sensitive, something that come in a clash with مثلا هنقول social and cultural norms and values inside your culture. In this part, asking your respondent in a direct way isn't going to give you enough information or even the least of the information. This why whenever your topic is sensitive, whenever your topic is personal, whenever your topic come in a clash أو زي ما نقول إيه متعارض بشكل كبير with the social norms or with religion, you have to go to the projective techniques in order to get your information. Why? Because they may provoke responses, they may give you responses the respondent were unwilling to give it to you in a direct way if they were asked it in a direct way. Okay? The third part that it helps in when the underlying motivation, beliefs and attitudes are operating at subconscious level. يعني هنا بنتكلم على ثلاث حاجات. الادفانتج ليها علاقة either your topic is sensitive or personal أو بيتداخل مع زي ما نقول إيه قيم اجتماعية أو الدين أو العادات أو التقاليد. الحاجة التانية عندنا الميزة التانية إن هي بتخلي الريسبوندنت عندنا يقول لنا حاجات لو كان سأل عليها بشكل مباشر عمره ما كان هيقولها. الحاجة التالتة اللي عندنا إيه بقى؟ إن بعض الموتيفيشن بتبقى unconscious يعني حاجة من جوانا، حاجة إحنا ما بنحبش نتكلم عليها بطريقة مباشرة. البروجكتيف تكنيكس دي can make such kind of feelings of motivation come up to the surface because you don't know why they are asking this situation. زي مثلا حملة هتتعمل جديدة ليها علاقة مثلا بفكرة العنوسة أو فكرة تأخر الزواج بشكل عام. فأنت هتعملي البروجكتيف تكنيكس for a group of females مثلا ممكن يكونوا very successful women but they have some kind of feelings regarding this project or regarding this topic. If you ask them in a direct way, maybe here I'm talking maybe they won't give you يعني زي ما نقول sincere answer. But on the other side, if you ask them through the projective techniques, maybe some things are deep down inside them, they don't want to talk about it. That's why when you are asking them in indirect way, maybe they are going to talk about it. This is the advantage, and it's really very important to know the projective techniques. But one of the most important thing about the projective techniques, it is related to the disadvantage. Why? Because again and again and again, actually, the projective techniques is going to work if you have a good interviewer, if you have a good researcher, if you have a skilled one who can understand how to ask, how to analyze the responses. That's why that if you don't have a qualified, a skillful interviewer, actually the results is going to be biased. This is in the good part. Or you won't have the results you aim to. On the other part, it's very expensive. It's very expensive techniques. That's why not a lot of زي ما نقول ايه a marketing agency use such kind of techniques. يبقى concerning the disadvantages of the techniques, it is related to the interviewer. You have to have a skilled interviewer, a trained one, a skillful analysis and interpreter, مفسرين who can analyze the answer the respondent gives to you in order to give you a very qualified information. On the second part, such kind of techniques are very expensive to be conducted. That's why some or a lot of marketing agency don't prefer to use these techniques despite that they have a very important advantages. Okay. يبقى دي related to our topic today. يبقى our topic today actually it talked about the projective techniques, the different techniques, then it talks about the advantage and the disadvantage. I hope it is clear. I hope that this lecture has been like short, summarized, direct to the point. If you have any questions again and again, kindly send me by my email. And next week I'm going to conduct a live session with you, and Dr. Sarah is going to tell you when we are going to conduct it. If you have any question regarding the lecture or regarding the project, kindly let me know. Thank you, and stay safe and stay at home, and I hope to see you inshallah بإذن الله as soon as we can. See you. Bye.